I mean, some really dumb people, man. Never met as many dumb people as that.
Yeah.
Okay. NRG on defense, Furia on attack.
Lots of noise being made on this attempt of an A-side split. There was a decoy being thrown out here on the attack. MWZera cannot really contact it to anything yet. Dash now activated with the door open.
Uh-oh.
Now it gets reclosed by Marv, gets caught.
Hey, nice timing. It's a free sight. Not the same thing.
Cool. They use Yoru as kind of a hall
Not the
pass
same
there.
thing.
They think it's just the clone walking
Pistol
down
to
and
start.
Marv suffers for it. Pushing back in.
Got a lock on this one as well.
For A main here, but they are still going to push forward in the site. A big lurk by Khalil to still come in through mid.
Yeah. Big retake play for NRG. NWZera is holding one angle from Shrimp. Answered back by Demon 1, but Demon 1.
Yeah, and here comes the luck. Gotta keep an eye on the Cypher here.
10 HP remaining. A dash forward to create some space, get some information.
It's watching him. Takes the timing.
Now pushing together, but
okay, nicely done. They get a pistol again at the beginning. Seen this before.
In the second map.
Back on February 16th. This was a 10-13 in favor of NRG when these two played Breeze. Much different composition, but still, Furia put up a hell of a fight, and we can see why. These initial strategies to disrupt what NRG had on the defense, and then to understand the heavy mid retake that Khalil was going to commit on Nasr, communicating with the squad. All right, into second round.
Okay, we got a full eco again. Camera that spots feet. See if they push, but we have a wall that blocks it, so they can go in and they can take this orb. Trying to get knives out early. You see, get the money flowing. Why not?
Back into position.
It's nice to see too that as soon as the round was over, Khalil's already starting to talk to his team, so he has some sort of idea of how they want to play this against NRG. A deep playbook. Lots of explanations, though, as to how they want to execute their attack side in the first half of Breeze. They open up B. They get a trade-off, though. It's a full classic pistol save for NRG.
Relatively committed in terms of the gun here, but should be right. Yeah, there's a couple of guns that they could pick up, but it looks like they're trying to just not feed them anything.
Not giving a chance for any type of opening until a drone actually does get the spot off onto Crashies. There's that flash on one end, dancing back and forth. That's Conan.
That's actually kind of sick to watch.
There from ladder.
Yep.
And they get sound cues of this, so they could go a little bit closer. I feel like they might actually be able to get some.
To the spike.
Yeah.
They all choose actually to go
some shots in the side.
It's going to be easy for Demon 1 and Victor to get out. Now it's just Marv to try and get back through Nest alive, so he can die to the spike.
Maybe one exit here.
Yeah. Almost.
But smart play there for FURIA, right? Rotating back, as you mentioned. They anticipated some sort of a push out towards the elbow, all grouped together, making sure they keep a lot of players alive, because if you're looking at their bonus on the next round, it's actually quite healthy on their side. 2 Guardians, Vandal, Bulldog. Probably get another.
Yeah, the bonus is very nice.
If they want to.
And you can even call that a slight read here for FURIA, because as they saw 3 members of NRG death pile through mid doors, the length of time it took them to find the majority, they're like, yeah, that's another heavy flank from NRG. We can go spawn to get out of this one. And they were right.
Why do you think NRG can't win pistol realistically? Furia should be 3-0 pistols. Don't focus too much on pistols, man. It's like the most RNG element in the game, really. Obviously, you can have good strats and stuff to help sway it, but
at least some light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
From the result from that last map, and it starts off well. They have orb control. They have a little bit of a mid lurk here as Khalil's trying to find information on this elbow. Nobody towards tunnel. Nobody towards Nest on NRG's side. They're playing pretty passively, except for the aggressive position of Ethan down at bottom mid.
And they gate crash back over to B, where you have
and last TP gets used for the Yoru here pretty early for Ethan.
Little sketchy here, as they see Crashies, and yeah, they play the same drone walk up on Halls.
Definitely can't take that. I'm sure that's meant to go there.
Flash on the other end just to
This is kind of nice round though.
Any type of players that
Question mark create over towards here. Crashies doesn't have his drone anymore.
Stalemate. A reset from FURIA at the mid round. The pivot towards the B site. But Khalil still hasn't really found too much. Don't really know where the Victor setup is. Victor is watching it here from Arches.
Oh. Yep, they see that.
And they posted one player for FURIA though towards the A halls, so they kept Havoc.
Yeah, and
there
one
to try
person
to go
opens
for
door,
at least
creates a lot of pressure
sound
over towards B.
information.
Recon goes in to
Rotate
scan this.
coming out from NRG.
And
Open sight now for
yeah,
FURIA
open
to
sight
move
here.
in
They have a
and go for play.
wall to retake. 20 seconds, so we're not going to see anything to stop them.
So
But they
much
also have
knowledge
this
just
trip
off
to
that
see if
util,
anyone's
just
pushed
off the
short.
positioning of Havoc, but can they stave off the retake? 2 big frags to start.
Spike planted.
Question answered with what you just asked.
Yeah.
So there is that rotate cut. Havoc was able to drop one on the pivot towards mid. The last players are ready trying to retake the site on the B site. Just too many players to deal with though. Ethan in a 1v2. Portal call
Oh,
now.
vision
in
blocks,
place
very hard to
for
win this
FURIA.
one.
A synchronized double jump. It's almost like I was watching synchronized swimming.
Yeah, nicely done from FURIA. Managed to get the bonus as well. Upgrade of at least one gun.
So how does NRG, if they want to, start dealing with the Halls pressure? Because it's somewhat free pressure. No, it's not a kill
Great
for
start,
FURIA,
forces
but
them down to
imagine
another
getting a
eco.
free
This is just a
line
nice round in
of
general
sight
here.
down Halls every time.
Yeah,
They're
and this
forced
might be a
to
timeout to
shoot
say
the
that
Oracle
maybe
or
this
find you
pressure in,
behind it, and then you get positioning of Havoc.
maybe the
Now,
pressure
what
over
Havoc does with
towards
that information is so important,
tunnels here needs to be
right?
cleared
And
a
the
bit
rest of the
faster.
way they attained information that round, the gate crash over towards A.
And the
Hey,
question mark in
someone's on
halls
far
was just
pillar.
here the whole
He's like,
time.
well, I got 2 here. One just hit me with the shock dart.
And they
there are
opened the
probably
door
more
and
than
then
just Sova's footsteps. So
yeah.
3 at A,
And
of
also they
course,
had like 3
FURIA
people
hits B
staring at one
by
position.
just having one person over there. to
Yeah, it
get
might
that
just be more
information at A. So
more decisive
like
in
the
trying to
change
clear
in macro now in Furia's favor
the
here to
pressure.
start off Breeze has been incredible
question
from last
marks.
game. It seems like they've shaken off.
Could be something about the
that
drone being used
absolute
early as well. I don't know where the drone
decimation
was.
they suffered on split just now, and yeah, doing a great job. Just splitting the defensive energy and then being able to work the map off of that info.
NRG didn't really have a chance to play aggressively yet. Now losing against FURIA's bonus round, they have to go for another eco, and I think the play now is, you're mentioning hall pass.
Yeah,
Always open
it's
right now
crazy.
for FURIA to take over. Maybe that's going to be a call for, okay, let's just pop down that area. Who better than on defense, of course, on top of that being Demon 1 later on here, once we actually have more credits. But as I say that, you see Marv, he spend that money on that outlaw to drop it for Demon 1 to go for that raid boss. And where is he positioning that? For mid control, actually, from tunnels to start things off.
What's our wall? I don't think they didn't put it up. Yeah, they're probably just put it up towards wall at B. Demon 1 with the help of Crashies just above here.
Got a double body shot, everyone. They got heavy armor. FURIA look like they want to change up the pace.
And it is going to be a hit.
There were definitely pings on the other side, though, for FURIA down towards the elbow, so they did anticipate some sort of a push.
Drone
coming
goes
out.
in. No one shows from it. What an absolute shot.
First headshot, but NW0 was there to trade it right back.
Yeah, and this
Not
is a
really
gun to
entering
pick
inside
up
the site
though,
yet.
so
Throwing at least
someone
a
else can
flash,
have a
trying to
go at
keep
this.
those
And
players
FURIA
out
not
there.
heavy
NRG is
committing.
playing behind the line of the Viper wall, as you saw on the B site on his radar. And FURIA, they understand here, a lower buy, playing around the outlaw is probably a stack. So they read perfectly here in the mid round.
Yeah,
they did
and
the math quick,
honestly,
right?
from
You
what we
said
saw
stack,
earlier
they're
with the
gonna
question
pick
mark
it up
created
the
here,
outlaw
they
again.
cleared
Let's
this
go the
question
other
mark
way.
pretty fast, so I
All the
imagine it
way
was
to
something
A.
like that.
And yeah, they're going to have a pretty good hold here as long as they don't give up any angles to the outlaw. It should be all right.
Yeah, but at least by giving all that space back for NRG to take, that's an upgrade to a Phantom on top of that. So you have a lot of util on the defense. You have an outlaw and a Phantom. At least some of that lurk, some of that flank will get discovered if this trip gets broken. And finally, as Victor was trying to find a timing, breaks that trip. It's a double flank on that side. A pinch on the other end from Spawn from the other 2 players of NRG.
Good ping, good ping.
Fortunately, the outlaw
Wait,
hits 140
hit one on him.
NW0. Ethan trying to find that kill for an easy body shot. The jump up here, getting caught, and Oswald is able to save his teammate. Also gets a second one on Victor. So that 10 HP remaining for MW0 will potentially be a rifle that he could save on the pulse plant. Long range battle, there's 1 and 2 from Crashies. They make it very, very pricey now for FURIA's conversion on that 4th round.
Yeah, a little bit of money to trade around, but you'd love to come away
Right,
with
second
those
buy
weapons
round, they get
still.
the op out.
Nice
Knives are
shot
pretty
by
close.
FURIA, identifying
And man,
where the
FURIA
site
have
was gonna be hit from,
the
especially
ultimate
after they
combo.
got pinged. When that ping went off, you saw
You're all
FURIA
into
scatter and take
Sova ult,
instant
so let's
reposition.
see what
So they could not be hit by any following
see what
util.
NRG want to do on this.
And another quick one here.
Gotta go aggro somewhere, might stack a site and just go full aggro. Yeah, stack a site, go full aggro, and probably Cypher plays like here, ready to leave the site.
That are coming out. An outlaw last round, an operator this round.
And support
Yeah, and there's too many if this Yoru to actually get anything. Ult goes out. Surely on site, this guy gets traded. Everyone falls a little bit back.
All of FURIA looking to potentially commit towards the
Still like the idea from NRG. It's a good approach. Nice to see that they had a good plan into this one.
If this can be cleared all the way on your side by MW0, 10 HP.
Yeah, they'll take that as a big win.
Pretty tough lurk to make count, but you can see the spike already backpedaling as they're going to keep a little bit of noise and knowledge over towards A here in the form of Khalil.
Crash is
I wonder
getting a tag.
if Khalil can get the ult out if he can just sneak out and throw a hat on somebody if they really want to.
That would be a great call here. But he has to play the perfect timing for that all towards A main. There's that cage to throw that hat. Marvis.
Nicely done from Marv. He was so on this. Saw him on the minimap going close, being like, well, someone, maybe it was Demon 1 who's dead, said that they had Cypher ult here. I actually just saw him in claws, waiting for the cage to come in. Spam goes in, double spam goes in. It was very nice.
Hunters who are on the attack to try to clear space instead. A 1-for-1 on the anchor towards B. With 26 seconds left, there's 2 players flanking from NRG. FURIA has no choice but to work inside this B site. Victor trying to anchor it up. Spike is now down as he gets the kill onto Conan. Nas are now running inside. Head-to-head, toe-to-toe, gets that pick. 12 seconds left. The ADS
very nice. Impressed with this round, it was good. Enough damage done from FURIA though to actually just be able to full reset this, so we'll see.
But it was a bit of a hold. Big play by Crashies there. He goes down to either one of them right away, and they're planting with a setup, but it is prevented. NRG able to make that round work, even with the operator idea shut down here at A. They had to recall on the map, or not recall, but move around on the map, reposition, and figure out where this was going to go. So a big one by Victor, I should say, not Crashies there, as he held down the site. All right.
Do something similar.
Yeah, Demon 1 Blade Storm. Gonna go forward just like he's got the op in hand. He's ready to hit some headshots here. We're waiting close with that.
Recon over towards middle doesn't hit anyone. Again, like we said, important rounds in terms of the econ. The people that can't buy next. All the ults close as well. Anti-flash on this one.
Oh, that was close.
In the chest and then a headshot. Conan really wanted to fight that one and he tried to go for a 3-2-1 swing.
Garen sees this guy, has to TP out. This is much better as well.
FURIA trying to tempo somewhere, making a lot of noise here towards this A side. And now finally they pivot back. There was some elbow control being done here by Khalil, but they still have no information on middle nor B site for the attack side. Will be difficult here, but thankfully they have Nosworth's recon.
See, shock darts are up.
Double kill trips, and they got the kill trip for the normal Yoru TP as well back to site.
For the entrance of
Recon
the site.
goes back. They can just wall up though and deal with this.
Okay, they have this off site right now, but they don't have control of it yet.
So many cages.
That molly was lovely.
They made it inside for a bit, but once again, NRG.
I want to double cage this.
Wall that he placed up. Cage that up, trying to do
lovely
more
molly again.
Just to give him that forward position on the top. Now it goes down.
Man, this was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Khalil was too late for the trade. Crashes in long range right into the cubby in the chest of Khalil, leaving only half.
And this was a really cool B hold. Right, this wall that's like similar to the Heretics wall, but a little bit further back. Right, this is the Heretics wall. This is like the further back one. And then they just make sure that they have this molly that is in front of this, so potentially if you do get hit by this, you force towards here. If not, you're kind of out in the open. You potentially get spammed from over towards window, and then it just means that you don't have to worry about over towards the right side. You have constant vision block and you can just drop this wall. It is pretty cool, man. You can either hard hold one site in terms of them going here, or you can focus here and just don't have to worry about the vision block.
More delay with another molly follow-up.
Yeah, exactly.
Instant delay.
Teams will steal that.
FURIA just had
That's very nice.
Even though the front half of the site
I don't know how easy the Viper feature is in terms of the Viper molly, but it seems easy.
Few changes that we've seen here on Breeze, adding those
The wall was used a lot in APAC for retakes. I think they do the Heretics wall that I was talking about this a little bit further forward, right? This wall's slightly further back, and honestly I do like it with the poly combo.
When you're ending towards that side.
You might be right though, it might be a different one in APAC as well.
Running on that wall for NRG to continue to play that delay. And that timeout's going to be very important here for FURIA. How do you answer that? Working towards the left side doesn't really work out. Can you pivot back towards the right? Because you're playing behind a Viper wall here on the defense, it technically kind of leaves here Berlin and Tunnel a little bit open for a mid to B split.
Yeah, so
Furia on
the
this
Heretics
round,
one
it's
is like
more pressure
good
on
for
Will to
fighting
start
here. You
things
heavy
off, the
hold.
potential finish towards the A
So they
site.
do this from this, right? So they do
They
it
really
like
wanna
this. So it's
battle
like
and
if you
isolate
plant
Demon
here, it
One
blocks
at the beginning of
vision.
these rounds. That
So
was
it's
2
good for
rounds in a
after
row that he
plant,
peaked
and you
out
just
14-8.
heavy hold this. This one's
Kinda
not good for the
playing towards that
retake, but it's a
pond
better for like holding the site.
Right on the right side
There's
of
two
Crab.
different variations basically
Dashboard, Blade Storm for
from what we
Havoc.
can see.
Corner's
It's pretty
not
cool.
checked. Easy TP away. And Demon One could just ADS and look
But
down
yeah,
in that
the one
area.
that is like this is more APAC, common one. I've never seen this wall before, further back, but like it's all of them.
So the pinch
Yeah,
actually
and this
works
is a
out
nice
here
pinch
for
over
Furia
towards
because
site.
of Ethan's
Does
TP
Ethan
that was
even
less
want to
clear
ult
for
with this many
Energy
people here?
inside the site. Now it's open.
They
Trying
don't
to
have
find
numbers
timing.
to be
Ethan's
able
trying walk
to...
back in. NWZero in a forward position. You're a mirror match, but it's stolen by
Okay,
Marv.
now he's
Victor
ulting.
then also onto Khalil. Conan and Noswer alone now inside this A site. Dimensional drift getting the information.
Love
where the
this
players
space
are
from
at.
the Viper
No
being
sprays
taken
to
as
fall
well.
behind, at least.
Yeah, and this
That
guy's like,
spike
wait,
is
hold up.
still down. Now the hat's getting thrown.
Damn, just
To get
constant
info.
vision on
Alert
these.
once
Yeah,
again
the
from
distraction
Marv.
over towards site. Cypher ult goes in as well. I've loved these rounds, man. These last 3 rounds have been impressive.
They're facing out against an Energy's defense.
They are, and I think Furia went away from their lurks that were working. We remember how much Halls control they had. How many kills came from Halls this time that Furia wasn't ready for? That's been the position that we've usually seen Havoc in. And yeah, door opens, a field day from that position, and they have control over it. And this was around Furia started off trying to hit the precedent, that conditioning that Energy had been peeking A. They say, all right, you have blades, we'll back you up, flash
money.
over, and we'll try to take out Demon One as he peeks
Real
right
low.
away. But what do? They play
So
back
this early
inside.
start-
Ethan is there to actually accept the rush in. And look,
Eventually start
now,
going into
as we go
ecos.
to
They
the
have an
mini-map,
ult if they
Energy
get
is
over
set up
towards
for the
site, and
play
we have an
that
ult on
Furia
defense
was
if they
just
want to
expecting.
go aggro over towards A because...
And they do again.
Whoa.
Again, how to isolate Demon One's aggression.
Okay.
Snake bite to start things off and
Yeah.
just spray it through. And even Ethan.
Damn,
low
Marv.
HP, but Mars trying to make a
Really
play.
bold. So they
Once
changed their
again,
wall up because
running
obviously they have
outside
vision
of
block
his
over
pit,
towards B.
and
In terms of the
somehow
ult, they
gets
put
the
a
pit
trip behind it as
onto
well.
Havoc.
He goes aggro to try and
Even
get a
up the
kill back,
situation.
and he has this
4
trip,
on
so now he
4.
doesn't have to worry too much. They got a
Furia
trip
have to
here
figure out
in case he
what
needs
side
to
of the map
focus
they
over
wanna
towards
work
short. It's a nice
towards
setup
to, and
again.
It seems to be towards this B side. I mean, I could see it. They have a dimensional drift to work with against that.
All
Usually
leaks
your Viper's
over
doing
so
that
you can
alone,
take
right?
this
Not
jewel
too
and
many
not be
people gonna
spotted from
around,
here.
so they can choose the soft site, yes, but Marv could be Iceman right here. That
And
first
your
trip could
TP
be a
gets
kill, a
taken
back
as
up,
well.
And then Ethan's there to help
The
that support
double
as they
stack
chase
over
for
towards
Marv in the
B.
pit. They could really cause some chaos. They're pretty committed here at 45
Your
seconds.
TP
through,
on
they're checking
attack?
flank
No,
just
so
for
we're
a
going to see the
moment.
Your ult go in.
Unless they're going all
Oh.
the way back.
Yeah.
Okay, so they
Maybe
are.
not.
They're going to leave it
They
and see if they
wanna
can
fake
rotate
this.
around.
Yeah. So the Al Drone go for a drift.
Yeah, 2 people
The thing
show
is they
over
haven't gained
towards
too
here.
much
He has
position
no
here. They
TP to
forfeited
get out
the
of there,
A side
though.
early.
30
So if they
seconds
make
left.
any
What
noise,
is the
this all gonna get
rotate?
heard by
Yeah.
Victor, who's walking down towards the halls.
It's done. Crashy saw it.
No
Checking
way he
up
jumped
outside
down.
the fence.
Lunatic
Sussed
gets
out
the
is
spike,
Khalil.
though, really pays off. I mean, honestly, the guy has to
That spike down
180.
17 seconds.
It was really bold,
Last few
but
players.
I like the play on it. Does go down. Do they expect Marv here?
Maybe a
Does...
pipes plant?
I mean, there's
Do they
some
expect...
hope. Wall comes down.
elsewhere?
Marv aims in.
Player standing.
Now doable.
Awesome
Plant is
pretty.
about to come down.
All right.
Ethan on a 1 versus 2. We mentioned how he was playing
Spike
Valorant
planted.
on easy mode on a previous map. Now the IGL has to try to clutch a 1 versus 2. First contact in.
Okay,
easy
nicely
one
done
there
in the
for
end.
NWZero.
Yeah, one of the important
Did not
jewels.
expect
Marv's
them
going to be a
out
bit
in the
annoyed, but...
And Furia finally get a round.
I like the idea of
Since
the
the timeout.
fake over towards
Yeah,
B.
they kick back
Drone
there.
and
It
Jory
was-
ult.
I was starting to wonder because the first half.
Did pull
when
the
these teams
rotate,
faced off
but
in
this could have
kickoff
been a
was
1
an
rounds from that
8-4.
duel.
Furia only got
And
4,
this
and
could have
then
been 1
Energy
rounds
started
as
to
well in
come
terms of
back.
this duel.
They bucked that trend though. Furia get the 5th one this time, and a good read on that by both teams, right? The macro from Furia was great.
They got to be very
Crashes for a
careful.
moment,
1-9 loss
reads it,
bonus
but
if they
there's
lose
still
this.
enough
It's actually a
power
massive
in that
swing rounds.
rotation
We've
back
got loads
around
of
to
people
get
that
the
are
spike
low.
where it needs to
3 and
be.
3, 6 people.
NWZero.
And it looks like they just want to fast send it into B.
Yeah.
Yoru ult is over towards A, so they don't have fast backup on site. And he has spammed through Insta.
Kills. Hits the decoy, forced to fall back, but there's still Marv to help out. Havoc was there with the
Nice
flip,
trade.
but Demon 1 inside the arches. Up kill onto Havoc. Disadvantage. Our Furia down by 2 players.
Oh, Conan's going to get
Him
spotted
now
from
really
this.
inside this B site. Aldron trying to find at least 1. No pings, but then Conan swings out, denied, punished. by Victor. And actually, we did get the pick.
Damn, really nice.
Nazor spot at the ladder.
Of this wall.
Easy one there for Crashies.
Victor.
Dude, how does he get two just going in here though? Just
On the site, making FURIA think twice as soon
what
as
was the
they
cue
went
for
for
into
that
the
aggression.
spam? Was it drone?
That is kind of deflating. FURIA go for their
When did they
first,
all die? Just sending it
crash
into
B
B.
strat, and Victor's able to take down
Yeah,
two
let's keep an eye on
immediately.
this.
A third one with a hat trick. Oh my gosh.
Ulted them, just spammed the left side.
With a Vandal too. Yeah, Vandal with a Phantom cosplay. All right. Here we are.
Yeah, that was really, really
Little
smart
bit of
though.
a
Again,
push
just
again
everyone
from
hugs this
NRG.
wall, obviously, because it's
They
the
get
closest
the
wall,
aggression of
so
their duelist
where you
towards
want to
the
be
front side
spamming
A main.
for this.
We'll do it a 4-time.
Bar's sake, nice shot from Havoc. Yeah, might catch him off a little bit on this one.
Ethan trying to answer quickly. A flash through the
Definitely
wall.
changed up the pace
The TP
recently.
is actually committed, and W0 loses that fight to Ethan. Now as the wall comes down,
They have a
Havoc is
very
at
good
57
after
HP.
plant if they get a plant
Teammates trying to
down.
move up and help him out. And now you force out the Hunter's Fury. Does connect and get the pick onto Ethan.
Yeah, and they might be able to wall up, get a good plant, and then Viper ult. And it might be a good Viper ult that spreads. We have a lineup.
Also pushes some players
Might not
back.
even need it at this rate.
Nazor's moving forward. I mean, they get the plant finally.
Oh.
Now it comes down to the hero plays of NRG. 2 players left alive. It's a 2 versus 2. Counter hat now being thrown on the defense.
No way, 2v4? 2v4 and they didn't go for a good plant. No wall up, no ult.
So Marv and Victor had the pick together.
Nicely done from these two. That's a 2v4 and FURIA will be kicking themselves for this.
Tie up the game 5-5.
Death from Halls again. Even after all that. Death. That frag coming in on Nazor was almost another Vandal pickup from a very nice Sheriff shot, but it's covered. No weapon pickups there in the retake.
Yeah, I wonder if they felt like a bit too comfortable with some of this, because their plan could have been way better here. Like, at least this Viper ult in my book should have been used at one stage.
Demon 1 off guard. The site's open. But it just seems like there's too many fights being taken here towards the end when you could be
Could have won
waiting
this
on
round,
these
should have won
off
this round.
Or crossfires. Back into sight. NRG gaining space from afar with these frags here. Demon 1 on the operators. We're going to come out of this replay. And they are going to put that on top of wall at B.
Yeah, no more attempt to push towards the main. 2 or 3 times Demon 1's been doing it here. At least 3 out of the last 4 rounds. So now post him up towards the B site, anticipating
This is
a
a tough
FURIA
spot.
hit towards B. Crashies fell towards the nest, and there's that trade-off. Again, not expecting, allowing to capitalize on that kill. Unusual position there from Demon 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't want
At least from a
anything to
jet
do with
pop
this
in
op.
general. Now FURIA regrouping with Khalil. Avoiding the op on the B side, but slowly but surely, Demon 1 is also slowly rotating towards A.
Towards the mid again.
3-person
This
going
time
door.
It's the 3 towards mid. We've only seen this off the rotation after they hit B. If they lose Nazor here, don't get enough of his util, they might not be able to.
Crossfire
make
might
the
be
site
pretty
hit
good.
work.
They have drone?
Very
No, they don't have
hidden.
drone.
Ethan
Okay.
could stay quiet here and dismantle everything.
Yeah. Same thing for Marv. There's that flash and a peek, the TP across. Demon 1 trying to find a tight angle, a tight shot. Contact in front of the pyramids.
Yeah, everyone just has everyone's
But
back
it's
during
NRG that
this.
scores first. Finally,
Ooh,
it's
that was impressive from
answered back,
Khalil.
leaving Victor alone. Nazor looking for a plant. Might have hurt the drop. Khalil's waiting for it just around the corner here at Orange. Tap on the spike. Easy
Nicely
kill
done
by
from these
Nazor.
two. I mean, they
A
both got
lead
2
back
between
for
them.
FURIA, as it's 6-5 for them.
Great little timing across the map. They go towards elbow with the stronger squad, realize that they've been found out. There's an operator at A, so they want to kind of work around the map to make sure they don't get that operator. Well, if you can close that gap and come through mid, it helps because you have a lot of people that can first trade the op and then a main control on the other side. Yep, not expecting them that close off of the mid door. Just trying to break the timing of NRG, and FURIA's doing a great job of it. Operator now in the hands of MW Zera on the Yoru.
Oh,
my.
Giving Demon 1 the Vandal, then activates the Bladestorm off
This
that
pure
pick. Trying to
reaction.
find more kills. Dash has been activated.
There's a
Information
little bit
on 2
aggro for that
players
one,
and
though.
a reposition
Do they
from
expect
Marv.
a double
Walking across the other
push?
end, trying to find his own timing.
Yes, they do.
And he also gets punished.
They expect a
That's
triple
information on
push.
2 players there, because that's
Yoru with all the action
and
takes
Nazor getting picks
TP
a TP across to
and
help out, and there's a dimensional drift.
has a backup
Don't
one
let
over
the B
towards
site.
A.
They spot Victor, Cage comes up. Nazor gets picked, Hunter's Fury. coming out now on the defense from Crashies. That's all he has with the Sheriff, and it's good enough for a pick. NW0 also falls.
Oh man, this one fell apart fast as well. Yeah, 3 people over here, and they saw the Cypher, right? And then they started pinging out the Cypher, and it was like, come in, let's kill the Cypher. And then he went over towards Elbow, found another one. Then it got a little bit weird because they thought there was only one on site.
He could take his time for a bit here as Nosware.
They probably needed to relax a little bit and let it just get the full info and then make a decision. The tunnel vision's so heavy on the Cypher towards the right side of site.
We end the half 6-6, a clean slate moving into the second one.
Great attack side.
Yeah, it was a nice, honestly, it was a nice TP taken from Ethan here. Realized that they've been going a fast, so once they got these 2 kills, they're probably just going to send it over towards site so we can commit to the Euro. Maybe similar with Crashies as well, just leans heavy over here. I think Fury did it right.
When he had the power weapons, that operator and a few others of his ultimate.
Back-sided map.
At least we got some life coming up from FURIA in this first half in GB. Can they close it out? Can we see a third map?
Yeah, I mean, we're curious to see if FURIA have it in them to carry it forward into that second half. But one thing is for certain is that we're seeing, you know, some pretty good output here from MW0 and just honestly from FURIA as a whole, Doug, which is a far cry from what we were seeing in that first map.
Yeah, I honestly, I thought they looked infinitely better, and I guess that's easier to say given what the score looks like right now, but the truth is I think they had a couple of really good ideas on how they could use their Yoru ults, and Havoc is playing well too. I think some of those pieces are coming together as needed, but when MW is doing what he's doing on the Yoru, I think it's easy to understand how this is much more of a competitive map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Breeze is a far more viable map for Yoru, and you can really see the impact that he can have with it, as well as the team doing like a really good job of denying Demon 1 that A main line.
Yeah, that was
the
big.
Molly shocks, the dash up with the flash.
Yeah.
Just really not letting him have that line.
Yeah.
It seems like in a lot of these moments in the early rounds, NRG are just trying to win already, and it's costing them some rounds. I'm surprised they didn't lose the last one just before we went to half, where Demon 1 pushes at the beginning, goes down.
Pacific has breaks in between.
It even like goes down, and they already had an advantage.
Just the EMEA that doesn't have breaks, I think.
I think if they just kind of pause for a second, go back to playing their own game, playing smart, they should be able to close this one out.
Yeah, I do feel like that could be a thing that potentially stings them in the second half if they keep doing that, Shazam, because honestly, like, there is a potential here where FURIA can continue to punish if you start to see that kind of aggression coming out of NRG.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like what I was saying was like they're forcing the issue. You know, you have the main advantage. You could kind of reset and just play like the rotates. You still got the Yoru TP to stock each site. But I still have faith in their attack side. I feel like that they understand what their comp's capable of as well, and they'll probably deliver here.
Well, we'll see how this plays out in the second half. We're going to send it back over to your casters, Vansili and Rivington.
Thank you, gentlemen. I just loved here just before we toss it to GB. When I asked, can we take this to a third map, somebody just belted out here in the Riot Games Arena. No! They just want the 2-0 clean victory here for
Here we get 8 ghosts.
As we do have favorites now
Classic.
in the crowd, of course.
Sheriff, and the Yoru TP has been put out over towards speed just in case they go fast, and they are going fast, and this guy's getting pure spammed through the cage.
FURIA really wants to fight towards his middle.
They did so much damage here. Big
Joe. Victor watching that rotate and almost caught their Havoc. Does get a tap on the chest, forces a dash, and gets information on
yeah,
three
and
players
Victor
now
just
rotating
thought,
over from mid.
when he's going for this, he's like, well, they would imagine that I would run back here, so he's trying to catch one off guard, and then he would imagine this guy would swing on top of him.
Marv has to come up huge.
Looking like a double pistol. It is a double pistol. 2-0, 3-1 altogether in terms of the pistols. With a pistol, man, they have a good chance.
If you look at the mini map, the 2 standing up top here, able to fire down on whatever Havoc was fighting mid as he peels back. Such a cool way to have a high-low trade, basically across the map, that nobody's going to expect. Victor runs right into those other 2 members that are ready for the peak, and this retake so clean. FURIA won both pistols last time these guys played in kickoff, and they do it again. But can they get the victory here? That's the question. Can they bring that to a third? We already know what you think. Round 14 here. It's going to be the Outlaw coming out. A few Guardians and Bulldogs. Keep those fights long range as FURIA look to stack the A site and prevent it from being taken. Good gate crash to the other side, too, if they have to play reactive on any rush.
Yeah. Loved how Crashes just booked it up towards the shop to grab the orb. 2 players staying
Any
behind.
flash
Now
for
with
this, or
Demon
do
One
they
with
just
Sheriff
straight
and
up
Ethan
swim?
with support, so they could try to punish a push out. And after grabbing that orb, it might move over here towards the B side orb control. It was pinged out early now by FURIA.
Your TP just faded over towards B, so they do hit in towards B, they might have good timing.
Defense, so they have information. They know that there's a heavy lean towards the B site now.
Yeah, wall just to get a wall just to get a plant down. Let's see if they can.
Trade off. Another orb now under for Crashies. Demon One trying to fight a long range against
Holy.
NW0.
A lot of util, by the way, over towards B to stop
Loses
them
that
from
fight.
getting out, but they didn't push into sight, so they're thinking it's just a fake.
Waiting patiently. They got actually one of those. Nicely done as they make the way into the site. The plant is in. And yeah, this is...
One
could be
goes
a
in,
powerful
Marv
retake
has
from
double
Furia.
mollies.
They could delay long enough right now, though, for energy. It
Yeah,
seems
they
like we might
gotta,
be playing
I mean, it's
lineups
gotta
for
be a
Marv.
crazy delay.
So trying to
Yeah.
disrupt, trying to make some moves.
Havoc on
Victor
top
just
of
got
Victor,
spotted
just
by
walking
Havoc.
up towards
It's
Elbow,
up to Crashies to hold the side of
and
the
Marv
back.
might be tempted
Snake
to
bite
not
push
even
him out.
molly, yeah,
It's
but
gonna be difficult now. Poison orb up. There is one snake bite, but it was just a tap. Now 5 players moving forward.
Yeah.
Poison's off.
Right click there onto NW0. There's that first kill though in long range. Can you get it done against 3 other guys? Hell no, you're not.
yeah, nice handle from Furia.
Second round there for Furia.
You got the plant at
Converting
least.
Again. Another pistol.
Yeah, they come in with the weapons, only using, losing MW. But actually one of the harder maps to get a Viper post plan on, because how far you actually have to get back for what would be a safe position, which is still open to lurk. So you really need to have map control. And then if you've lost your team, everyone knows where you is. But still,
Breeze, attack sided, yeah.
Get to the post plant.
What do I think about Dark underperforming? I mean, the whole team's underperforming.
I
Don't think it's fair to highlight one.
So we get that bonus, we get weapons now.
They at least
for
look better this
energy.
week.
Can they start to turn it around here? Still looking for outlaw shots. Expect Furia to be playing back a little bit further here to get those to count.
You can definitely see it. Those rifles, Guardians, and an Outlaw taking mid control. As Havoc was trying to get a
Yeah, and
position
just go
up there, I
fast
think
here
it
and
was
just a guy up
miscomms. Nobody
towards
was
the wall,
watching
not
that
expecting
elbow.
a swing towards shore, it
He
looks
gets
like.
punished here by the
Yeah.
Victor push up on elbow.
Really cool A-wall on the right side, focusing double pass if they want to get through that. So you're really
Wait,
giving them
is that
a
what-
lot
exactly
to
what you
think
said?
about if they want to
Oh,
take the
okay,
site.
nice,
They're gonna
yeah.
have to Hit that util or wait for the gas to go down. Demon One in the hall starts us off.
Yeah, all individual pushes to start things off, giving NRG a 2-player advantage with a minute left on the clock. And
Damn, literally kind of word for word.
Furia's already falling back for a bit, just trying to fight back and contest Demon One in the halls. Who dashes away to safety. Plant will come down still. Objective
Yeah, in the
is
bonus round,
Crashies
can
with
they
these
get any
plants.
kills on this one?
Potential for a Hunter's Fury
They should
in
at
the
least
next
go for it,
round.
Yeah.
money-wise.
Furia will get their gun round.
Victor's on
What
a
the-
vacation right now. The team doesn't really need him, but he has all this space to just detect and let them know. Probably about to see the rest
Flash
of Furia
high,
inside at
everything
this
else
point.
it covers so your
Little
team
hide
can
from
swing with
Ethan
it.
here. Ooh.
Yeah, it's Demon One to spot first on the contact.
Don't even need
Yeah, I don't
it.
need a flash yet. I'll just ADS and get
Don't
all
even
those
need
kills.
it.
No need to
Yeah,
flash
and
me, then
that's
all
very
good.
nice. Got one armor rebuy. Other than that, pretty convincing.
Energy with flawless.
Yeah. Just as clean. Furia, and it's the rounds they should be winning, right? Furia's getting
Makes
the,
sense though, right?
the
This
one they
flash,
should have gotten when
everyone's
it's second
facing, they're
to
far back so they
Energy's
see full
pistol
vision
from
of up
low
high.
Energy
It
taking out the bonus here, but
probably
not suffering
is
anything,
low
which
enough
is
that
the
it wouldn't
move.
hit anyone, at
They
least with these
really
guys. It's
have
not
a
going to
lot
hit
of
anyone A
econ to
main.
work with here, and especially in the map when you want to be firing long range, if you're going to be putting your opponents down onto that low armor, you're happy to take some of these fights. Fist bumps around. We start off round 16.
Oh,
Energy
the Molly
close
shock might get
to
something
being
here.
able to get
Okay, no, they wait
even
for
or
it. Do they
even the
really
lead
want to
on these
push
next
into
two
this?
rounds, and right at the
They
front door,
recon, do
Fury
they
is ready
get
to
out of
fight.
there? Yes,
Really
they
tried
do.
to deny that orb, but a beautiful snake bite was
Yeah, but
placed
this is
down
still
on the
nice,
attacker
right?
by
The
Marv.
Molly's shocked to get the orb, but I feel like that's worth, especially when you're one away from an ult, especially when it's around. They can just eco,
Exactly. That's
or at least push the next team
everything
onto
they need for
eco.
this B plant.
Smoke over towards middle creates a lot of
First
question
here on the attack.
over towards mid as well, so they got to clear all of these, and they heavy take A straight into the B hit, and his normal wall. They got one trip that was for the Yoru, so probably won't see that get anything.
5 versus 5. Double trips watching that flank.
Crashies with his ult, and that's probably why we're going fast behind, and we have double trip either way. And the Jet finds one trip and then goes around and finds the other trip. That's so funny. But Havoc has his updraft, so he might updraft this. No, he goes into it.
There's that trip broken,
Wait.
that flank attempt
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
out from Havoc.
I was gonna say, where's the
A
reaction
flash
on
through
this?
The Viper wall from NW0 blinds a few, gets that backstab from Havoc, but it's a trade-off, allowing the hack to come
Ooh.
out and the numbers to come back in favor of Energy. Only Noswar and Havoc. I mean, not too much time left. Noswar kind of committed inside that site. Both of them kind of committed inside that site.
He's low on this.
Now with that tap, there's that peak, and there's the secured victory for NRG.
I see down. They got a eco this one. 2-4 on top of it.
That retake was really fun. I love the fact that Demon
Yeah, it's pretty fun watching this as well. Just this guy going here, found out the trip, and then this guy made sounds, so this guy could then kill them in the side. Like FURIA did some alright stuff on this. It was a nice run from NRG again though.
People entering site 2 that can actually do something. But yeah, it really sends them for a loop. And just a nice way to get into the site.
When is chat the most toxic? Yeah, pretty much for GE and Bleed games now, it's pretty much the sub-only mode. Just gets too much, man.
And NRG back to A. And NRG started at A last round, right? Going over, getting a bit of the util out, and finding that quite a few members of FURIA were actually packed into that entrance.
They're just passionate, yeah.
So a good
passionate hate watchers.
B hit to end it. And now they work the map a little bit more. One of the first 2-2-1s we're really seeing here, where the spike's going to start mid for this match.
Yeah. They'll know that there's somebody towards the yellow here. I'm pretty sure. Actually, the camera is watching towards A main, so they'll do the due diligence to try to clear. But Ethan was walking up alone.
Yeah, it's not expecting the second one here.
Victor stops him.
That's why you play 2 together. Victor stops that indeed. That would have been a big pickup. Still a few weapons here that would have made that huge for Havoc. They got to watch for the Marshal on one site, but they're all sticking together. Demon 1 gets 2 more. Little lurk mid.
His headshot percentage is always through the roof, man. I swear, it's nuts.
Demon 1 so far this series doesn't seem like he's ever going to get surprised by anybody in his by FURIA.
No.
Simple execution now towards the A site. Recon dart wall up. Realizing at least towards that backside of A site is clear. A main still the unknown for NRG. But for FURIA, they're both playing towards the spawn. Now finally both spotted. Marshall gets a pick.
They get the plant on this. Doesn't matter in terms of Crashy's getting his ult, but it does matter in terms of an extra bit of money. And FURIA, do they time out here? Because this is a big pivotal round.
Eventual 6-6 here. NRG finally get that gusto in place. They're going to have 3 big ults online here. Hunter's Fury, the Blade Storm, and the Dimensional Drift. So you imagine just dimensional drifting into a bunch of people with that Hunter's Fury behind you. An option that they have, and they don't even have to use it. That's just how good they're feeling right now with this momentum.
Wikipedia got my age wrong. Wait, am I younger or older?
Here on round 18, Havoc's going to have the op. This is where it needs to come into play. If NRG are going to be playing these rounds where they're presenting themselves somewhere right away for a util or for a peak, that's where the op is really helpful.
Or just clicks heads, yeah, pretty much.
On a quick swing, get out of there, move around the map, do it again, change your position each time. Easy as Havoc on Jet here, but NRG's kind of been walking up and only looking for the util to come out. They're not showing themselves until they're ready to commit. So how does Havoc get this op online?
Yeah. Well, so far, NRG pretty much have A site orb for free every single round, but when you're trying to fight it for FURIA, there's still util. The mollies from the snake bites from Marv keeps them at bay. And there's been
it says on 45.
Control, and there was one push up from Victor that actually took down the Havoc, and that one round where Havoc moved down to get the pick.
Okay, this is a good timeout because they do need to try and win this round. Like an extra eco here gets us up to 11, and then it's too far gone, you would imagine. Want to see the Yoru ult? We do get the op out. What is the plan? They can't really go over towards A because it's just been Molly shock, which means you can't massively take A control.
But like you said, they've never been denied this
oh, they changed this one up. One way goes in, insta ult. Yeah, and this is so fast from NRG that if there was anything planned from FURIA, they can't really execute it. And there's 2 people on their own on an island when you're playing up against the Yoru ult. Doesn't normally end well. I do worry when I watch these teams and they don't have anti-Yoru ult plans. I'm seeing it way too much, man. I think teams need to start adjusting a bit better to this agent.
Just waiting for the gas, waiting for a little patience, and here we go. NRG's able
Keep an eye on the luck over towards short.
Reset there, waiting for the wall to come back up. Plant now comes down for a main, for sprays, for lineups. Late lurk still coming out from Victor from the elbow. FURIA's upping the tempo on the retake. Demon 1 once
Thought Havoc was going to pull the trigger there, but
continuously, finally traded out by
guy still has drone. Guess the Euro ult was the drone to get into sight. Good, Molly's about to land, and Victor finally play. Yeah, and they're gonna save the gun, and everyone else. There's 2-9 loss bonus, so they can at least low buy with it, but I mean they got nothing.
You definitely see on this radar, they are trying to find him.
Yeah, hunting around. Energy, if they have it, they seem to have, or if they have the ults, they have the utility, and they seem to have the advantage, it's working. Sometimes you see this disrupted by amazing headshots, but they're coming from Energy along with the strategies.
I can't believe he's peeking it off like
He can't time out for that. That was funny.
And we said that off needed to come online at some point.
Goes to state in.
Knowing the dimensional shift could be a problem,
Goes to state in fact, doesn't he?
It does have to take chances here to figure out how to shut down Energy. Which is not, none of the chances.
Banned for the truth. All these shot towards door. Damn, that could have been savage if we fell for that one. Looked like it was relatively good timing. Okay, FURIA with the eco, they do have the save gun. They gotta have something huge with the knives. Someone needs to hero play this.
Havoc was trying to find a timing.
Yeah,
almost got the contact.
Looks hard to play against. What's going on here?
Looking to move back towards the B site now.
Bro, you hear a Marshall like this on the eco, you're kind of in for it. See that it's the Cypher.
That's all they have in terms of
Yeah,
defense for
feels
FURIA
like
to
it's an
start.
easy call.
NRG seems to be committed now for a hit.
Yep. Dash in, that same Yoru Jet combo. And they're going to be easy resting. Wow. Victor's smoke shots right now.
Very good. They're good. Counter Aljon out. Trying to get that ping there. It works out onto Khalil. Ethan will capitalize on that assist from the Aljon of Crashies. Conan with that save rifle from that previous round will save it again, as MW0 is looking to at least gain some confidence. An opportunity to win a 1v1. Crashies getting the timing. MW0 still wins it though. That's a great start. Now head-to-head against Ethan. The pre-fired shots, now spotting Victor, and then on to Ethan. I mean, no time.
Too bad you can't defuse in dimensional drift, huh? Where am I? That's 11 now for
Yeah,
Energy.
another buy rounds, and they don't have any timeouts,
When
right?
they get lax, do you see those kills
They gotta come up with their own thing on this. And I mean, they got, dude, they have so many ults. They can come up with a good plan here.
Yeah, Victor is just
They could
so
either
good
retake with the
out of
Euro
smoke
ult
hits.
Sova, or they
Smoke
could do it
hits
straight off the bat, try to get a
Why
kill with
not?
it.
and clean up there.
And it comes to show that when you're
Got a
actually
leak of
put in
whatever
these
they're saying as well.
situations, MW0 could actually still pop off. They just need to figure out ways
4
how
ults, and it's
they
like
could
3
set
of them
up
are
MW0,
really
how they
strong.
could set up Havoc
I mean,
at
honestly,
this point. That's been a
Cypher
question coming
on
through
this
as
can
well
be pretty nice.
when
It's a
Nosware
good
was
map for it.
by Jillian joined this roster too. How can you actually activate your duelists here? But NRG are doing such a great job once again on their attack.
Oh, I gotta hit him.
Around that map. Look at the amount of
Did they hit
noise
him?
that they're making.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
There was a ping from the Aljon, a TP back, and an early looked like it was going to be a rotate back, but he leave mid open.
That was sick.
That's
Did he then
because you
TB
also
back into
have
his team
Havoc
and then it
just
revealed
watching
some
that
of his
line here on
teammates?
the top of the back wall.
That's pretty
down
funny.
towards elbow. So
Or
they
did
have
it stay in
passive
tube?
information
How
on
does it
NRG's.
did?
If they wanna, if
That's
NRG's
so
trying to work
nuts,
towards
man.
mid, rather, it's gonna get spotted.
This looks really similar to the flow of the round as Furia was faced with an ult at B. They went up towards elbow, but back down through mid to double doors. I wonder if they're actually going to try to get in B and just leave Conan in a weird spot as they plant back towards spawn.
Oh, good luck on sight here.
We're gonna have to look at the amount of
Oh, I like
duels
this
here
reactive
between
ult.
V1 and Havoc,
Yoru
but a
gets
lot
out of
those
there.
seems to come in favor
Instant
here
ult goes
of
over
the
towards
attacking
middle,
side.
just spotting numbers.
Dimensional drift from MW0.
Wait.
Getting info on mid.
Yeah.
Energy's falling behind it.
Double
And
kill
trap
trip here,
setups here
and
from
camera.
the Cypher also
Yeah,
force
fake
the
bit of
site
pressure.
now
The
being thrown out.
Cypher all goes in. They get the
And
info
we go
that this is the setup on A.
And as they go back, though, FURIA was ready for it because of
Oh.
the hack that came out here on the defense. Ethan, though, opens it up. And he's going to get a
that,
fight
right?
down, a 2 versus 2.
Good retake util here.
Marvin's looking to reflank.
Are they setting up for the... yeah.
1v1 coming up here on the elbow.
Oh,
MW0 is knifing around.
2v4.
Bringing a knife to a gunfight. Advantage back for Energy. Nosware, both shark darts used. He's going to come 1-1 against Ethan. Walking slowly forward. Ethan's trying to find that timing. He'll hear the drop. Will not hear the drop, the footsteps, the jump kill.
The jumping kill. Come on, man. This is too much, bro. What's going on here? There were 4 chances, 12-8 when they won double pistol. Like, it's
situation, never shying away from what's going to be
too
the
dominant.
best in that situation, right? 90% of people might have just kind of swung that, but the jump, throwing off the crosshair, always getting the maximum type of peek in. Yeah, it's just how, why? Like you said, they can't do wrong at this point. NRG bring it 12-8 now. Game point. And that was a 4 ultimate round from Furia that they could not secure. Back towards A for NRG.
And they want to finish it, but there is a 4-person stack here, so this is nice. Maybe this is their anti-Aura round.
Aljon to try to get more updraft towards the air. Blaze Storm being shut out. Demon 1 cannot get any contact this time around. An opportunity for FURIA to have a stronger defensive hold, but there's that lurk from Victor down towards mid doors. A 4 versus 4.
Good old that.
We're triple walking down towards the halls. A peek coming out from Havoc, denied by Crashies.
And some of the shots, they get punished so heavily.
Control has just been the superior
Lovely
position
trade.
for the match.
And you just wait for
And
Cypher to
again,
play now.
NRG take a huge amount of map control from this spot. The lurk from Victor, the final touches.
Gets spotted, but the hat at least is there to get the information on both. Easy one to open the door. And for Ethan and Demon 1 to get inside A site and go for a plant. Potentially even a plant for middle, because you have Victor still in that area.
Good plant for A main. Let's go back to A main. Yoru can even TP over there.
Up to Noswer and Khalil. They have a recon guard to work with.
One cage is block of vision. It's like the only saving grace at the moment.
Anybody towards Bricks. Door gets opened up. Ethan, when he's got to step up to the plate, he does here as the IGL for NRG.
This is impressive from NRG. They look really good.
All of the players of NRG holding towards the A main. And you could just, probably just can't avoid the unavoidable. And that's Demon 1 in the front. Easy kill. And that's up being an easy